Ooh. Ooh. Ha, ha. Hey, let's go. Whatever.
Whatever we do, change is coming. It's coming with the improvement of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond rapidly? Will we learn to speak to the world with humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves from the reality and responding to it.
I'm sitting here just wondering why I do this anyway, guys. I'm just sitting here acting awry, and I'm just feeling it, feeling alive. So I check it with my second every day. I gotta be it. If you don't know me, I'm feeling I don't wanna see it. To the light, that everything that feels just right. So I just wonder where we're going and how we're gonna be. And if we gonna feel all motherfucking free, but we can't. So we just don't what we want. Everybody knows I'm just flowing what I want. Cause I got my time and I got my rhyme. And everybody knows me, I'm just rolling on my time. It's a 9 to 5. Well now, I wonder if everybody burning down and everything having a bad fucking smell of it is gonna change people's obvious ridiculousness in the situations that we're all interconnected with, but yet everybody doesn't know how everything's gonna be going, so we're just trying to do everything that we do right now in this wonderful little space that we call life. Oh yes. Because the argument that I'm making is when we evaluate tactics, strategies, and actions, the question we ask is, can we create a more horizontal distribution of power or not? I don't know if we can save the world. I don't know what's possible. We can't know what the future holds. So we said to act according to our consciousness now. If there's no way that others will feel entirely new. Riggedy rock, I'm like a riggedy block. I got my shit going down like a riggedy rock. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be over here. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be over. Wait, this is the wrong button. Oh shit! Oh god damn it. Hold up. Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I almost bought lights to fix the lighting issues, but then I remembered this show's supposed to suck, and having bad lighting is 9/10 of the job. Really. Like, honestly, having bad lighting is about 9/10 of the job. Does you okay over there? What's wrong with you? You just look angry all of a sudden. You miss that? You miss Cherie? Yeah? Aw, poor baby. That doesn't mean I'm going to give you another fucking burger. Anyways, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, BitConnect? I mean, what? Oh, sorry, I wasn't really talking about BitConnect. What was I supposed to be talking about? Oh, yeah, that's right. Welcome back to another episode of Griftcast IRL. I'll be your host this evening. My name is Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. Oh, did I even check to see if my fucking mic is working? Yes, it's working. God damn. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like too fat now, but man, my back is like fucking was killing me. I don't know what happened. Like I woke up and like my whole back was inflamed. The shit hurt. I still had to go to work and shit, but like just driving sucked ass, man. I don't know what that was all about. Still feels kind of shitty. That's whatever, dude. It's whatever. Kind of happy though. I finally got my UB keys. Got my UB keys for one of those businesses that I work with. Because they're super magoo, so they want you to plug this motherfucker in. And I'm just realizing right now that the motherfucking things they want me to plug in are USB-C. Which means I'm going to have to use my goddamn... Oh, man. I got to get... How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to use the fucking... I can't use my goddamn I only have one USB-C, and that's the one that, like, I plug the extra USBs into, so I can't use that and use the UB key at the same time. Fucking State Farm. What the fuck is your problem? That's what I'm wondering. What's your problem, fucking State Farm? Jesus Christ. God damn it. Whatever. It's not like I ever log into their fucking computers anyway. No, I just stand behind their fucking people and be like, no, retard, do this, click here, click this. How do you know it so fast? How are you able to contextualize what you see on the screen so fast? Like, I don't fucking know, man. I just look at it and I see the things. You know, it's not hard. Anyways, it's fine. Hopefully, though, we get another good day. I gotta go do an internet cutover of some kind. Tomorrow, I don't know if there's some sort of... They couldn't get a hold of the activations team. I mean, I plugged it in and everything should have been aight, but, like, it didn't work. So, you know... Maybe we'll go get paid some money for staying around for another 2.5 hours. That'd be great. Could use some money. Haven't made this much money. I had to like take off the whole fucking like last 2 days because of this back thing. It still fucking hurts like shit right now. Like I've been like hitting it with the, you know, what is this? Hold on, I'll be right back. Lunchy hates this thing. Lunchy, you don't like this thing, huh? No, you don't. She doesn't like it. This thing. I got one of these things though, you know? So I can be like, ah! Ow, ow, ow. It's tender though. It's tender. I don't want to use this thing right now because it hurts. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's help, you know? You know, one of these vibrators. I know you chicks know what these things are. Whatever. I'm up to your fucking games, women. But you know, this is one of those times I was like, yo, I need to get what, like a thing. And I could be like, I was going to get one of those orbital, you know, things that you use to buff a car, but it's kind of hard to use that on yourself. You know, you got to like stick it to a wall or something. And I just don't feel like that would really help out right now. But all I know is that this whole entire thing it's all relative because I've been having like sciatic joint pain for a long time and I've been trying to do yoga and like exercise and shit, but I haven't done any of that shit because I'm a big fatty McFatterson, whatever, and I'm lazy. But man, I got like a really good pop and it was like I hadn't felt that like that for years, so I started working out again and I think I just overdid it, honestly. Fat boy just overdid it. Now my left, or no, this is my right. Yeah, just my right butt cheek, and then up in my back. Still hurts. Oh, hey, what's up, butt cheeks? Come here, little butt cheek. Here, let me grab you by your butt cheeks. Oh! And then my number one butt cheek. Right here. My number one love of my entire life. The only reason I get up in the morning so that I can feed her burgers. Lunchy. She's a prissy. She's got a lot of attitude lately. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know why she's got the attitude. She really don't like this thing, right? Like, she's okay with it if it's not on. This thing's on. She's running, dude. She's like, get it away. I'm like, it's just for fucking. All right, it's over here. Relax. Relax, lunchers. You're okay. Daddy's not gonna stick you with the thingy. Daddy, you said that last time, Daddy, and then you still put it on me. Well, you took it, it was off, and then you put it on. Scared me. Oh, well, you're adorable, Lunchy. How are you doing today? Better than everybody living in Los Angeles, that's for sure. They don't have houses and stuff anymore. Their shit burned down. And honestly, it seems like a bad situation. But yeah, it's good. We got a couple people over in the chat. Well, nice to see you, few people in the chat that decided to say something. To all the rest of you that never say what's up, I see what's up. I see who you are. F you. Anyways, how's it going, bud? Satani, I see that you're no longer a member. I'll remember that shit, bro. Cancel the subscription. Not one of the suckers anymore. I see how it is, bro. I got you. I got you. You don't want me to have to eat anymore? That's what's up. I get it. Thanks, sucker. What's up, Squiggles McJr.? I feel like you were also a member at one point, but that's fine that you're not. You know, honestly, that's fine that you're not. Have you seen that Eliza Schaefer is using your title, Best Worst Show on the Internet? No, I have not. And if he is, that guy's a fucking asshole, because everybody steals shit from me all the time. That's fucked up. Are you kidding me? When is he shoot? Like, what is he saying that shit? What the fuck? Who is doing this? When are they doing this? Why? You better show me a fucking link right now. I'll kill him. I'll fucking murder him, dude. I am not gonna have it. There's not gonna be another motherfucking situation with that bitch ass bitch. Motherfucking, what's his name? I don't even remember his name. Mersh? I mean, he's not a bitch ass bitch. I let him use the name and then they just kind of took it over, so whatever. But I never did so much. Never! I didn't even spell Elijah Schaefer. Fucking, why you gotta ruin my day like that? You got to be fucking shitting me. Better not. Yeah, he says it every day, dude. No way he's saying that shit every day. I've been saying that shit every day for the longest time. Why would this cuck, this fucking ginger bitch, why would this ginger bitch be stealing from me? And obviously, like, I don't own the saying. Nobody can own the saying, but everybody knows that I've been saying that shit forever. And his show is definitely not the worst show on the internet, and it's definitely not the best worst show on the internet. Fuck you. Screw you, Eliza Schaefer. You suck. You're a thief. You're a ginger. And I hate you. I hope you die. You know? I don't even care if it's petty. I don't even care if it's petty. I can't believe that shit. I work hard to have the best worst show on the internet. Do you know how long it's taken me to get this type of terrible reputation? Do you know the kind of work that it goes into being the biggest piece of shit that has ever lived to being the final boss of the internet? Like, seriously, are you kidding me? They're just taking that away from me too. So I'm more censored than Alex Jones and a bunch of other people, and they're still gonna steal all my shit. And I never get anything. And I never get no play. I don't even get no bitches. Shit. Just might as well get out of here. Yep. What does that say? Elijah Schaefer is having left post MC Gabe Hoffman and NYC Guns on a new show. He's grifting the grift bud. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. But if he had all those people in there, that would just be even weird. I mean, I guess it's just untalented people steal from the greatest that there ever were. Oh, it's just like, everybody looking at the guy behind Bitcoin. Why the hell would that guy come out? Everybody already stole all their shit anyway. Nobody even gives a shit. It's whatever, though. At least I don't live in fucking LA. Okay? Structure fire! January 6th, 2025. There was a fire on the streets. Tell me, where were you? you were sitting home watching your YouTube. I'm not going to keep going with that one. Although that could go hard, to be honest with you. Somebody's going to steal that already. I tell you right now, somebody's going to fucking steal that. Yeah. April 26, 1992. Nah, dude. Instead, January 6, 2025, instead of there being an insurrection, we got a gigantic fire on the other side of the country. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, maybe it is Sodom and Gomorrah, but maybe we're living in biblical times. I don't know. I don't even care anymore, bro. If God starts, like, rapturing people and taking them up, I already told you, man, I ain't supposed to be here. They're going to bring me back up there, and I'm going to be all like, hey, what up? And I'll be like, God damn it, he's back. He's here again. He's not supposed to be here. God, how does this keep happening? And Jesus is going to be like, I don't know, man. He just kind of does whatever he wants or whatever, but, you know, you going to be cool? I'll be like, yeah, man. I'm just going to go back down there and chill out. You know, try to help out. It's going to be a shit show. Woo! Who cares, though? So, I guess we got some people in the chat, so I can finally, you know, do some shout-outs. So, do some shout-outs to these people like Bud Satani and Miss Hayes, and Squiggles McJr., and this Pixel Pixie individual, and whoever this Menthol Man character is. And then we got Dakill Lee. Shit, you know that guy's a hacker. Maybe just a script kiddie, I don't know. We got Victoron Greyjoy, who's probably just Lepo, but, you know, he's pretending to be somebody else because he's a bitch or some shit like that, ruining my day and shit. We got Mr. Blacksmith. I think I already shouted you out, but I like you. We got that Sanatoria 1911 asking who spoofed the files. It was George Webb. I thought we fucking got this already. It was fucking George Webb. George Webb got the files, knew that the guy that gave him the files said, hey, man, these are nothing to do with Swift Ledge. This is Lucifer. And then George Webb was like, nah, man, it's fucking Seth Rich. And then everything happened. Jesus fucking Christ. We got Michael Fisher saying, just follow the yellow grift road. Well, I don't got a yellow grift road. You got to be actually making money to be calling it a grift, dude. Not even going to be able to call my show the Griftcast anymore. That's whatever. It's kind of how it goes. Can't be the best worst show in the internet anymore. Just fucked up, dude. People are assholes, man. We got the Ape Show. What's up, Ape Show? What's up, Mitch Candiano or Candiano? Candiano? I can't fucking say it. I don't know. It says he's been watching me for years, though, and I can't say your last name. I'm just going to call you Mitch Candy Ass. Is that okay? No? Sorry. It just comes out. I can't really fix it. Whatever. We did some shout outs. Anyways, nice to see you people. Woo! So yeah, Los Angeles still on fire. Some of the blazes are contained. Most of the blazes are not contained, and it just keeps chewing shit up. And it's like they knew the shit was gonna happen, but there's a lot of new information that has come out that I think is vitally important because them. And by them, I mean the Jews. And by the Jews, that's vernacular for me talking about the Jews. And by the Jews, I mean, you know what I mean. Anyways, it seems that maybe this water struggle that we're having here with not being able to put out these fires and just everything being all fucked up because of DEI and all this other bullshit, and people actually dying and thousands of structures being burned down and over 20,000 acres being burned up. I mean, this is just the biggest failure of epic proportions, but, you know, at this point, you can even look at some of the people that fucking live out there, and you're like, hey, man, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? They're just like, well, we're just out here looting. We're out here looting shit? Yeah, dude, that guy's house didn't burn down. Let's go fucking rob his fucking TV. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now, and everybody's here watching it go down, like this guy here, Anderson Cooper.
As of this afternoon, the Palisades fire, which we are right now on the northern edge of, is the one that concerns fire crews most. Obviously, they are battling all the fires that are going on. You can see a helicopter that's used to drop water flying over this area. We're in Topanga right now. And
no shit, Dave Seaman's back? He must have lost a bunch of money on a bad trade or something. Yeah.
What is happening here is there are two smaller fires which are moving up this hill and have been over the last hour or so. The firefighters here have been watching this, just tracking its progress as they prepare. Over the ridge, there is a community. There's a residential community. There's homes. That is, of course, what they are trying to defend. This is just one small part of the Palisades fire, obviously. But what they are trying to do for the entire Palisades fire is use bulldozers, in some cases using shovels.
All right, that's enough of that guy. I don't even want to hear from him anymore. But it does seem like they're actually getting things done. They finally got C-130s and other big planes dropping water, but I think there's going to be issues because it seems like a lot of the water that they're dropping is salt water, right? Because they're actually getting water out of the sea, and luckily, anything that is land-based that gets salt water on it is basically ruined for agriculture. So, they were really trying to stave off using any type of salt water or any of that. So yeah, I know there was a bunch of people that were like, dude, the ocean's right there. There's just like an ocean. They can just like throw all the salt water and be like, that's a good idea. We can keep that on the back burner. But like, if you start taking all the salt water and fucking spraying it all over everything, like, good luck getting shit to grow. Because you're salting the fucking earth. You know what I mean? You're gonna grow some algae. You're gonna grow some kelp, some seaweed. Because that's what you're gonna be fucking eating. And last time I checked, California is still one of those agricultural producers or whatever. So, if it's on the coast where all the rich people live, that's fine. It just, the salt water is going to damage the ecological system in the area for a real long fucking time. Even if it's just one bucket dumping on somebody's lawn and shit like that. Like, they ain't going to be able to grow grass again, motherfucker. It's going to be a brown spot. It's going to take a while. I got to grade that shit. Remove all the top shit. Hopefully it didn't get down any lower. I mean, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Fucking nightmare. And yeah, nobody has ever seen it this bad. Where's the world's Gabe Hoffman? I don't know. Doing his he's out there fighting the anti-Semitic people, which apparently I'm one of those people now for asking questions. So, whatever, I'll just keep noticing shit and asking questions just to fuck with it because it's not like he's ever paid me any money or anything like that. But like, whatever. He did want me to be one of his anti-Jewish crusader or anti-Jewish crusaders. Yeah, that makes more sense probably. Not as much sense. But yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not good with that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather point out that, Israel's currently committing genocide, and, it's real questionable when the Jews that don't live in Israel, that claim to love America and be super MAGA-loving Americans and shit like that, just want the cash shit to keep going on. I just don't stand behind it. I will never stand behind it. Sorry. Holy fucking shit. Look at that satellite image. Maxar technology shows the fires were largely going out across much of Altadena. Wow. Yeah. Well, fires usually go out when they run out of shit to burn. Right? Like, they're going to burn until they run out of the fuel source. And, if there's a green tree, it's going to not spend its time trying to melt down the green tree. It's going to go after the shit that's readily, easily combustible. And it's going to slowly but surely boil that tree from the inside. But I'll tell you right now, it takes a long fucking time to burn down a tree, especially a green-ass one. Right? If that tree's been getting water, it's going to take it a long fucking time. Long fucking time! Wow, look at that. That's them showing of the gigantic part of California that just got burned down. They're like, yeah, most of the fires are put out. See, like, this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like now. So that's good, You're getting some of the fires out. Yes. Ooh. Satellite imagery shows the near complete loss of Pacific Palisades. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Damn, son. That's just a lot of people. Ain't got no houses. Yeah, dude. What's up, have to kill me? Yeah, look at all those houses gone. Basically, the only things that probably stayed up are any building that was not built with a whole lot of wood, right? Basically concrete construction without rebar that had a properly poured foundation. Everything else, all those tinder boxes, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same. There's a green one, and a blue one, and a pink one, and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. Damn! This definitely arson, dude. Wait, dude. Did a California place get burned down in that show Weeds? You guys remember that show Weeds? With that one hot-ass bitch or whatever? I mean, she wasn't that hot, but, she was hot. Whatever. Hey, that is weird. Weird. If Montecito doesn't blow down, I'm gonna blame Oprah for this, like Maui. What the fuck? Why are you gonna blame Oprah? Oprah didn't start the fire. But it was always burning since the world's been started. We didn't start the fire, but it's always raging till the bitches made it. What? Wow. 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 Well, here's more people talking about it. This is from The Guardian 2 hours ago. I actually pulled it up. The Kenneth fire is now 35% contained, and that was 1,000 acres. Well, that's really nice right there. Really nice. That's not really nice. That's somebody's whole entire fucking house is gone, dude. There's just some bricks and shit. See, this is when you look at your house and you get it built, like, what's left? The shit made out of bricks. And look, the trees are all burnt up to shit, dude. On the tops and whatnot, the trunks are going to be fine for a little while because, I mean, they're connected to the ground where the water apparently is. Yeah. 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 Where is Nancy Pelosi? Probably hanging out in fucking Washington, D.C., maybe? I mean, didn't they just restart the session or whatever? So she's probably over in D.C., dog. Damn, motherfucker, I've driven down this road and all them houses are gone. Damn, son, look, the only thing left of this motherfucker is the steel structure and the metal staircase. God damn, son. $1 billion, $1 million homes on the beach just fucking gone, bro. Completely obliterated. Yeah. And then still, like, the fires are still going on, man. Like, they can't stop that shit, dude. I mean, they're gonna try, but it's gonna take a while, bro. It's gonna take a while. Dude, are you guys pumped for Marvel, the new Marvel movie? I'm pumped for this movie, dude. I told this motherfucker years ago that this movie would be happening. I said, bro, this is gonna be the biggest movie I ever did. It's gonna be up to you to either be the best Black Captain America that ever was and get everybody on your side licking your ball sack, or, at least you got to work with fucking Harrison Ford again. You know what I'm saying? At least you got to work with Harrison Ford again, boy. But never forget who told you that this shit was going to happen exactly like this down to every little detail. It was me. It was me, Anthony Mackie. Don't get it twisted. I'll fucking slap your ass. What's this? Oh, that's for later. Anyways, but, we got a video to watch right here from perfectunion.us. I don't know if there's a copyright strike on it, but they really wanted to discuss something with you because a lot of people have been claiming that there's been not a lot of great access to water in California for a while. And right now, during this fire, they're actually seeing that, fire hydrants and stuff, reservoirs are running out of water, and, there's like all reason for it, right? And it is the 150 billion gallons of water that certain companies may be using, hoarding. I don't know. But we'll have to take a look at that. But, here we go. Here's some real work happening, dude. We got the mayor. We got this guy right here. I don't know. Maybe he's a senator or something. Then we got fucking the governor. Yeah. DEI equal die. That looks like a pic of Fallout. I thought it was a pic of Fallout, to be perfectly honest, dude. Like, the whole entire place is fucking destroyed, bro. Like, people's entire lives have been wiped off the fucking map, man. That shit's crazy, bro. What? Oh, fuck. What's this? Rumors are circulating that the Pacific Palisades fire was started by a satanic ritual. Pay close attention to the location of where the fire began. I am launching a full investigation of the creepy red roof mansions, where it seems to have started. It's like straight out of a horror film. Rumors are not circulating that it was connected to a satanic ritual. The only one mentions it is here, and that's very uncommon. Wow, Matt Wallace, bro. You think it was a satanic ritual? Yeah, okay. I ain't even gonna... What is this? Is this where it started? Yeah, bro. There was a satanic ritual gone wrong. They were trying to summon Baal into fruition. But then I fucking bilocated over there and fucking stopped them. And then I just fucking threw the match and let the whole motherfucker burn. And then I came back here and they're like, nobody's ever gonna know, even if I say them. They're gonna think I'm lying. Because nobody can bilocate. You'd have to be some type of superhuman or something. Nah, that's total bullshit. But I have been hearing stuff. You know, honestly, what I haven't been hearing a lot about, just to be perfect, I haven't heard anything about space lasers, dude. I was like really hoping that I was going to see people talk about space lasers during this one, and I just have not seen a whole lot of space laser talk. The same. Not a lot of space laser talk. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Is the Bohemian Grove spared? The Bohemian Grove is in fucking Northern California, you dipshit. That's like fucking... I don't even know how many miles. That's a lot of motherfucking miles, bro. What's this? Gaza is burning and they're part of the same system. Ah, yes, this is one of the first videos. Some little blonde bitch.
So here's a drone shot from the Palisades in LA from earlier today.
Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Tell me about it.
Looks kind of reminiscent of Gaza, so keep that in mind when we're talking about capitalism and imperialism. 1/10,000th of the horror, still part of the same system. Let's get into it. Here in LA pointed out that...
Yes, I did see the RTX 5090 came out, and wow, I would love to have enough money to buy that shit. I'd much rather just pay off my student loans and everything else.
At 23 million.
But you know, 20 grand would be nice. 10 grand would be nice.
Was cut from the LA Fire Department budget, amongst other departments, so they could give the LAPD $138 million increase, even though crime is lower and has decreased and there are fewer cops. So we know that cops are all about union busting and property and scab defense, but we have to remember that their roots are as a counterinsurgency force, both in Northern Ireland, veterans of which joined and founded the the London Metropolitan Police, and out of slave patrols in the Caribbean and Carolinas, which were another counterinsurgency force. So as things get worse and people get more desperate and more violent, the ruling class is going to need more cops to put down dissent and to protect property. Now, when it comes to underfunding the fire department, well, the easiest way...
I mean, he seems all right or whatever. I don't like his hair, but that's just because I don't have his hair.
Or the best way to degrade confidence in an institution, especially a good...
But you can obviously tell this motherfucker's been mewing every single day.
Government institution is to underfund it. See what's happening with the Department of Education. So if during a crisis people see that the fire department can't handle it, and the state's paying for it, our tax dollars are paying for it, well, if the government can't do it, privatize it. And a lot of rich people lost their homes in the Palisades. So what are we going to see soon? Real estate CEO and resident of the Palisades who apparently lost his house, Keith Wasserman, who's blocked me. Does anyone have access to private firefighters to protect our home in Pacific Palisades? We need to act fast here. All neighbors' houses are burning. We'll pay any amount. Thank you. So there's going to be a massive push to privatize the fire department. It's going to maybe... I don't know how it would look like, but I guess the business model would be like you pay a subscription service, like an insurance premium, and you'll be covered in network. Speaking of not being covered anymore, yeah, a lot of the fire insurance protections by like State Farm and that area were revoked. So a couple months ago, so people are no longer insured, and they've just completely lost their houses. Climate change and capitalism, the main driver of climate change, is making risk impossible to price. So when homes and businesses of millions of Americans become uninsurable, economies and states die. But you can see in this increasingly dystopic future, like in the next 10 years, untold amounts of permanently displaced people who fled from high-risk climate zones, ending up in these refugee camps that our politicians will blithely ignore, just like they do in Palestine. Because they would absolutely allow it to happen to you. They make money off endless wars, and they make money off of increased privatization in all sectors. Because a lot of these people sit on an average of 3 to 4 boards in different economic sectors. So, let's start talking about that in Guillotines 2028.
Holy shit. Okay. So he's breaking it down there. I've seen a lot of stuff out there that talks about how the fire departments were defunded. They had not been clearing the brush and other wild places out there. They were leaving that to apparently the local people. They haven't been filling the reservoirs because, as you know, California's been going through a drought for a while, right? So things seem to be adding up here, and I think it's correct. We were talking about this in the very beginning. There's a lot of people that basically just got burned out of California. They're never going to be able to return. And if you're one of those people who has been living in the house that used to be affordable a long time ago, and the only reason you're still in California is because you had a house and you're just basically locked in because you guys own the land and you own the house, and that was your nest egg. You might have been poor as shit, but your house is still worth $3-4 million, right? So you're not as poor as you have to. Well, guess what? That $3-4 million house just went up in smoke. And now, what do you have? Well, you got some expensive property, and they'll be able to buy that expensive property up on pennies and the dollar. So, that plot of land that you got there in California that had a $2 million house, $5 million house, McMansion, right? That plot of land might only be worth $100,000, and that's not even going to cover the mortgage that you're going to be paying. Like, I just went and looked at the housing out here. It was up at $300,000 and it started going down, and all of a sudden our housing market out here in the area that I live, like Carson City, is $500K, bro. Shit. A lot of people are going to be losing everything. And where are they going to go? They're going to move to different states where it's cheaper and stuff. They're going to change the politics of the area. And all of this stuff is accumulated and assimilated towards this one little city, this one little place. And, other people have talked about how 99.9% of people don't know what a smart city means. It doesn't mean smart as in intelligent, clever, or any of this other stuff. They mean surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting, technology, and they're basically have always been looking at taking this area and turning it into a smart city, and using an initiative even so far is called Smart LA 2028, where they wanted to turn Los Angeles into a highly digitally connected city. And all of a sudden, entire cities are getting taken off the map through fires that, nobody can really tell me right now that they weren't started by arson. It's all starting to be very, very crazy. Because, once you wipe the slate clean, you can rebuild the place into the nice, uncongestible way. And one of the main things that you're going to get from a lot of the people out there is like, yeah, we're changing the landscape and the way that the place looks so that, you don't get stuck waiting for an hour just to get off of the mountain to escape the fires, You'll all be able to take 15 minutes to walk to the edge of the city and then jump on the main train of some kind. You won't even need to have a card. And you'll be happy. And you'll like it. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you gotta think, too, is that they're going to be basically recreating the other way. This is a lot like Demolition Man, right? Let's see. Demolition Man. Yes. You ever see that movie Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and stuff? Like, after shit starts happening like crazy. There's a big fire / earthquake that happens. This guy ends up being a cop that goes after all these bad people in Los Angeles, right? Like, what's the actual plot to the movie? In 1996, Simon Phoenix kidnaps a busload of hostages and explodes them. And then he gets it blamed on this other cop guy. But yes, in 2032, San Angeles, a megalopolis formed from the merger of Los Angeles, San Diego, and Santa Barbara, a seemingly peaceful utopia was created, and everybody's living there in the new Neo-San Angeles area. Think about this. Like, a long time ago, we're not that far away from it, and this is exactly kind of setting up that type of future, right? Where it's basically going to be a war zone in this area for some time, right? Like, there's going to be a lot of people that are worried about that shit. It's a lot of people looting, and the year that movie dropped, Jesus, was 1993. It was 1993 when that movie dropped. And the very beginning of it, you see a crashed out Los Angeles that's basically just burnt up after disaster, and after disasters happen, crime and warlords and cartels have taken over Southern California. And after they freeze this guy, we come back to a completely different lifestyle where they did something to basically wipe all those people out, rebuilt on top of their ashes, which is exactly what we're going to be seeing happening in real time, in real fucking time, in Los Angeles. I mean, people are crazy, dude. Like, they had this is a video by the Hollywood sign when it was burning. And you can see the city below. And they're obviously going to protect a bunch of different areas, but, Escape from LA was also in 1996. That's right. Escape from LA was another big movie where Los Angeles had a big earthquake or something like that, part of it. And then it basically got turned into a gigantic open-air prison. Yeah, all of a sudden the winter on the East Coast definitely doesn't seem too bad today now, does it? No. Well, if you gotta look at it, I mean, we're still have the main area, like parts of Santa Monica, all the way down to Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. Like, that's probably some of the more richer areas. Over here, Topanga, pretty rich area. Malibu, pretty rich area. All of this is gigantic rich areas. And think about it, we're talking about the exact same place. Like, Santa Barbara is just a little bit over here on the left, and when they were originally looking at the fire, they were saying that it could possibly go all the way down to San Diego. It's crazy, man. Crazy. It's like a third world country.
My heart goes out, obviously, to the people with their homes, and I'm watching the small businesses around us go up in flames. This is people's livelihoods, so it's devastating. But what is most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants. This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. It's not the firefighters' fault, but it's by the city. And I'm going to be very honest. We've got a mayor that's out of the country, and we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to put out fires. So if you look at your pictures, you don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing they can do. And it looks like we're in a third world country here. And we've got a lot of tough questions.
Yeah. It looks just like Gaza. And some people have brought it to my attention that Los Angeles recently appointed its first female LGBTQ plus fire chief, with the goal of recruiting more women and gay firefighters.
Inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I said, I'm not looking for a number.
It's like 30 degrees outside for me right now.
Out of 3,300 city firefighters, only 115 are women right now. She's already looking at ways to change that. She's quick to point out that doing so has a greater purpose, attracting the best and brightest for the job.
They feel included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also...
Wow. Chief really seems to be doing a great job with that diversity, equity, inclusion racket. Hope it works out for them. Yeah. I guess this is somebody flying in a helicopter.
Right.
Yeah, we need diversity of fire. We need more fire diversity. I'm seeing way too much orange fire. I need to start seeing some other types of fires. What's this? April 11th and 12th of 2024. State Farm is dropping homeowner policies in the WeHo area. Some people in upscale neighborhoods of Los Angeles County, especially those at high-risk fire areas, are being impacted. So, yeah, that was real. State Farm did actually drop a bunch of coverage from a bunch of people. According to State Farm, roughly 1,600 insured homes will lose coverage in Pacific Palisades, and in Brentwood, the number is slightly lower at 1,300. And yes, Pacific Palisades is one of the places that just burnt to fucking crisp. Well, I guess the State Farm had some pretty good fucking information when they were making their risk assessments, They got some pretty good risk people over there. They're like, yeah, this place looks like a fucking tinderbox. They don't got enough water to put out the fires even if they want to. There's shit everywhere. Yep. We're not going to insure you guys because, if we did that, we would stop being a fucking company. Yep. State Farm is pulling back coverage of California, significantly canceling 72,000 policies statewide, 30,000 of which are home insurances, and many include the West Hollywood vicinity. This decision strikes a chord particularly in areas like Brentwood, Pacific Palisades, Woodland Hills, Bel Air, and known for their influence in high property values, all within Los Angeles County, close to the culturally vibrant West Hollywood. State Farm is grappling with $2.5 billion reassurance issue, necessitating a reduction in their California risk portfolio. And the reason that they had to do that is because of the disastrous wildfire season in 2017 and 2018, which inflicted severe financial losses on insurers all across the country. And I mean, every other fire in California, even like the Walker fire. We can't get insurance on our places in Walker, California, because they simply won't insure it because there was literally a fucking fire there. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. People are going to say that, folks were really bringing it together. And here goes State Farm, all about those insurance policies. Arbitrarily canceled, especially suspicious when you look at the board of directors and everything that they're all about and what countries that they're all coming from, like Keith Block and Charles Bronensky. And who's this person? Denise Harden. It's like they're all coming from one specific group of people. Yep. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? What's this right here?
Through unprecedented drought, one billionaire couple owns a massive share of the state's water system, seized in a series of secretive meetings 2 decades ago. That system was largely paid for by the very taxpayers whose water these billionaires hold hostage. Urban water systems are desperate for water, but in 2023, they'll receive just 5% of what they requested from the state. The Resnicks are the biggest farmers in California. Yeah. As of 2007, they owned 4 San Francisco's worth of farmland. And
the Resnicks, Pistachios, the wonderful company. I know these guys. Met them before. I've met the wife on multiple occasions, actually.
And nearly half of Americans buy at least one of their products. Their pistachios, their pomegranate juice, their mandarins, their flowers. It's all under one massive umbrella, the Wonderful Company, a privately owned company worth at least $5 billion. The majority owners, the Resnicks, are worth at least $8 billion. How were they able to take over such a large percentage of what should be a shared public resource? This is The Classroom from More Perfect Union, and today we're looking at how the Resnicks got rich. Linda is a former child actress, the daughter of Jack Harris, a successful movie distributor of the 1950s, most well known for The Blob.
starring Steve McQueen and a cast of exciting young people.
At 19, she founded her own advertising agency. Stewart was born to a middle-class New Jersey family and started his first business, a janitorial service, in grad school. He eventually acquired American Protection Services, a burglar alarm and security company. Linda approached him about marketing services for the company, and they hit it off, not knowing that one day they'd work together to take over California's water. The lovebirds became business partners. They bought Teleflora, the flower delivery company, and the Franklin Mint, purveyors of inane little tchotchkes. Linda was the marketing person, and Stewart was in charge of business. As Linda told the LA Times in 1993, "I've always said that Stewart and I together make one perfect person, like little salt and pepper shakers." In the late 80s, they found their primary industry, agriculture. They got into the pistachio business. Linda said, "We've done more for the pistachio than anyone ever since it was planted in the Garden of Eden. My husband should be canonized for all the work he's done." They started branching into other products, almonds, pomegranates, citrus, wine, and acquiring more and more land to cover it, including some very important land in Kern County, which granted them water rights in the area.
Kern County. Wonder where that is. Oh yeah, Bakersfield. Yeah, Bakersfield. Okay. Just wanted to check that real quick. Shit, which one was it? Fuck. This one.
As the Resnicks were building their empire, the state of California was building new water infrastructure with taxpayer money. California's natural water supply is very inconsistent. Vastly differing amounts of rainfall means the state can go from surplus to drought and back very easily. So they build water banks to store water during surpluses to have during droughts. One important storage facility is the Kern Water Bank, started in 1988. The facility was built with hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, which could have been a good thing. The people of California would have owned the water. But there were two Californians thirstier than the rest, and they wanted more water. Linda and Stewart Resnick, and they had a lot of political power. We'll get to that. In 1994, state water officials, water infrastructure contractors, and agricultural landowners with water rights arranged a secretive meeting at a resort in Monterey Bay, California. These groups, a mix of private companies and public agencies, rewrote California's water rules without any input from voters, taxpayers, or legislators. The new rules, called the Monterey Plus Agreement or the Monterey Amendments, were devastating for working Californians, and great for agriculture billionaires. The original code included urban preference, a long-standing rule that in times of drought, the state water board would give urban areas, where people live, access to water supplies before agricultural interests. Monterey axed that. That means that in times of drought, the water systems for normal Californians would have to buy water from private companies, because they weren't getting it from the state. The new agreement also loosened regulations on paper water. That's water that doesn't necessarily exist anywhere but on paper. The full quantities of water that providers could have, but don't actually need to have. Today, 5 times as much water has been promised and sold as actually exists. And importantly, the meeting changed ownership of the Kern Water Bank. What once belonged to the state was transferred to a few private water contractors, one of which was Westside Mutual, a wholly owned subsidiary of Wonderful Foods. The wonderful employee who runs Westside, Bill Phillimore, is the chairman of the public organization that manages the Kern Water Bank. Boom. One secret meeting, and the Resnicks owned nearly 60% of an important California water resource.
Oh! Wow. You know, just think about that. So there was like a meeting sometime in 1994 where all the water rights got bought up by the Kern County. And California has already been pretty much well known for wasting water. I mean, there was Tulare Lake. You guys ever heard of Tulare Lake in California? There used to be the biggest lake that ever was. The lake was so fucking big that you couldn't see to the other side of it from any side of that you were on. And it was hectares big. And they basically poured all of that water into the fucking ocean. I mean, it's just crazy. Tulare. There's a Tulare County, but the lake, it don't exist anymore. But yeah, I do believe that it is kind of part of that area, right? Tulare Lake or Takahashi Lake. It was a little bit north of it, but yeah, it used to be a fucking lake that spanned a massive plot of area that, I mean, if you saw it, if it was at full capacity, that would be more than enough water to fucking do whatever you need. But yeah, they didn't really fucking care about that. They didn't really care about it. I think there's actually a video that's really good on that we can look at next, I believe. Wait, is it this one? No.
Built with hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayer money. The new ownership, combined with the rules on paper...
Oh, yes. The taxpayers paid for all these new water systems so that they wouldn't have to worry about these types of problems in these years. And then a couple billionaires decided that they wanted the water more and fuck everyone else. And they bought all the rights and changed everything.
Paper and surplus water meant that during times of drought, the Resnicks could sell Kern water back to the state water systems. They took Californian taxpayers' water and sold it back to them, both literally as the water supply and also to grow expensive food like gourmet pistachios and pomegranate juice. They converted the people's water into products many can't afford. And that's just one water bank. The Resnicks also have control of other water boards and have been sued for directing more water towards their properties. So how do they get away with this Chinatown-level chicanery?
Gonna be a lot of irate citizens when they find out that they're paying for water that they're not gonna get.
With philanthropy. The Resnicks donate millions of dollars to politicians and research institutions, which help them secure control over water systems, and even get more water and more taxpayer funding. One important project is the proposed California Delta Tunnel, a taxpayer-funded project which would send water from Northern California to Central, where the Resnicks farms are. They've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on state and federal legislation and politicians who support the tunnel project. But their favorite politician is Senator Dianne Feinstein.
You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway.
Chair of the Energy and Water Subcommittee. She's a close personal friend of the Resnicks, attending their holiday parties in Aspen and maintaining their financial interests. A quick look through the bills she sponsored shows several which would direct money to Kern-adjacent water projects. The Resnicks even ask her for things directly. When a pesky study about endangering salmon and shad fisheries threatened the Delta Tunnel, Stewart wrote a letter to Feinstein demanding a new study. She immediately forwarded it to the Obama administration, who agreed to spend $750,000 on a new study. It returned the same results as the first one. Can't buy science. But the Resnicks have tried. They are among the top donors to the University of California system, with their donations focusing on agricultural and ecological studies. The Resnicks have basically bought entire departments who put out studies on how water systems should be managed, and where funding should go. That leads to even more federal and state taxpayer dollars being used to fix up what the Resnicks profit off of. This is all bad for California, even in a capitalistic sense. Agriculture uses 80% of California's water, but only represents 2% of its GDP. The Resnicks water...
Wow, they use 80% of the water and only represent 2% of the GDP? That's fucked up.
Water monopoly is just one way their quest for wealth hurts the rest of us. They allegedly lobby for increased tensions with Iran to keep embargoes on superior Iranian pistachios. Their giant crops lead to monocultures which kill important pollinators. They siphon taxpayer dollars into the company town charter schools they own, set up to train children to work for their farms. And of course, like any company of this size, they exploit their workers. We need to treat water for what it is. A necessary public resource, a human right, and something that shouldn't be owned by anyone, and work towards legislative change that stops people like the Resnicks from stealing it.
Iranian peanuts. What's this? Resnick was born in 1936 and raised in a middle-class Jewish family in New Jersey. Later moved to California with his family in the 1950s. His grandfather had immigrated from Ukraine when his father was 3, and in 1959 he graduated with the BS from the University of Los Angeles, California, and a JD from UCLA Law School. And then after that, he became a janitor. After he went to law school, he started his first business, which was a janitorial service. So he went to law school and became a janitor, and now he's a billionaire. Also Jewish. Kind of weird. I guess that makes sense why they wouldn't want people buying Iranian pistachios, because they are superior in every single way. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's just take all the water in California from the goy, and we'll just sell it back to them. Fuck it. Let's do it, guys. We own this bitch. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yeah. Wow, there's a resident synagogue that was started by his family in my neighborhood. Yeah, they're everywhere, my friends. Yeah. Imagine they just saw the beautiful land of California and they decided they wanted to grow GMO pistachios, oranges, and other things because, once you start looking into it, who does all of their stuff? Would it be that place called Monsanto and all these other things? Are they the ones that are using glyphosate and all that APL product? Yeah, probably. Yep, probably. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Really does make you wonder. Based on tax records, Stewart and Linda's foundation is given anywhere from $500,000 to $200,000 to an Israeli military every year, with most of it funneled through an outfit called American Friends of the Israel Defense Force. Adding it all up comes to just over $2.4 million between just 2015 and 2020. Yeah. And then they're in Hollywood, and it's California. I guess it really does help when you buy the right politicians, like Gavin Newsom, Dianne Feinstein. I mean, I guess we're all going to have to just admit that, even what's-her-fucking-face is probably a part of that, too. Old Pelosi. Old Pelosi. You got to think, man, like, everything has a weakness, right? We've seen the reasoning behind why all this stuff is going down, and we can see that this has been a thing that has been built over many years. Like, there's a lot of moving parts inside of how fucked California has been, and I mean, just who controls the water is number one. That's the reason that they can't put these fucking fires out, you guys. It's a reason that there's no water in Pacific Palisades. Is it because most of their water is owned by private corporations, and the private corporations didn't want to give it up because they're over-leveraged on their water table by 5 times. So they've oversold their water rights 5 times more than is actually available, and California is still fighting every other place to try to get more water coming from them. Think about this. And it all goes back into this area where, oh yeah, a lot of people are really having a problem and hurt, but what are they going to do? Who's going to come over here? And, Squiggles Majority, you make an interesting point. Israel does steal water. They steal water from the Palestinians. They don't give Palestinians the rights to the water on their own land, which is very interesting if you really think about it. They turn off their water. They don't give them. It's like the same type of deal, right? And people try to not notice these things or not see these things, and I just refuse not to point it out anymore. Is that, I mean, they controlled the water for a long time, and who do you think is going to stand to gain the most out of all of this? Well, after they start buying up all this property on pennies on the dollars and creating new smart cities and stuff, who do you think that they're going to try to move into those places? It's basically like they're reforming that entire area. You should start looking at it more critically. And the more critically we start looking at it, this is how people are having to fight fires, man.
We saw an apartment building engulfed in flames. I saw the fire engine pull up this afternoon. A fire captain have one of his firefighters attach a hose to a hydrant, and that hose didn't fill up, Alex. And I asked the captain, out of every 10 hydrants you attach to today, on average, how many are you getting full water from? He says little to none. And it was at that point that really the whole crew stopped, looked up at this apartment building, and they realized there was nothing they could do except we saw an apartment building engulfed in flames.
I mean, make it make sense some other way. Right? Make it make sense some other way. Think about this. Something's real off about this whole entire thing. It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. They split. Look at this. Navy SEALs, IDF funneled billions into the IDF think tanks and Israeli intelligence and all kinds of establishments. You know, if they tell you, oh yeah, supremacy. You know, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass cuts the fire budget by nearly $20 million before this disaster. And yeah, she was in Africa for like the first 2 days of her city burning. She had to fly back. And even then, the entire time that she's been here, she just hasn't sounded very smart.
Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL. Los Angeles, together is how we will get through this. Through the heroism of our firefighters, the vigilance. Right now, if you need help,
you can find it at this URL. My God. My Lord. Oop. Don't want to put that up just yet. Oh, that's just a video of the hills on fire. Will Rogers' estates and moon shadows are gone. This is beyond disastrous. How much of heartache can we take? My nostalgia is heartbroken. Well, all that California history just going up in smoke. Going up in smoke. I don't know where we get all this stuff. Breaking. Biden just authorized $500 million in aid to Californians who lost their everything in the fires. Oh no, just kidding. That's actually for Ukraine. Oh, cool. So Biden's giving $500,000 to Ukraine. That's great, dude. I really love what they're doing here. You know, you just gotta really love how they're taking care of all of this stuff. California has the best land and the worst government in America. Let's see what this African-American gentleman
the effects of which you can see right above me. Upon reflecting, I remembered a conversation that Joe Rogan had with Donald Trump before the election about the state of wildfire management in California. It's very easy to think of wildfires as something that Mother Nature just inflicts upon us, but we have an influence over both the intensity and the frequency of these fires. And Donald Trump pointed out that there's two things that we've done in California that might be exaggerating the effects of these fires. The first is our policy around water management, and the second is our policy around clearing deadwood in our forests. Check this out.
Los Angeles, you can't get proper amounts of water.
Right.
And it's unbelievably expensive. And they're actually thinking about rationing water. Can you believe it? I was in the farm court country with some of the congressmen. We're driving up a highway. And I say, how come all this land is so barren? It's farmland, and it looked terrible. It was just brown and bad.
It's because of your Jewish friends, Mr. Trump, you know, the ones that help you get elected from AIPAC and shit like that, the ones that you said that you were going to help out. It's because of them, ultimately.
He said, but there's always that little corner that's so green and beautiful. They said, we have no water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought. I said, why do you have no water? Because the water isn't allowed to flow down. It's got a natural flow from Canada all the way up north of water, more water than they could ever use. And in order to protect a tiny little fish, the water up north gets routed into the Pacific Ocean. I could have water for all of that land, water for your forests. You know, your forests are dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dangerous.
That water could be routed. You know, you could have everything. Oh, not only dangerous, billions of dollars a year they spend on forest fires.
Now, let's look at specifically what Trump was referring to here. In 2023, California implemented what's called the Fall X2 policy. This is a policy that's designed to redirect water away from areas that endanger a specific species of fish called the Delta smelt. Proponents of this policy argue that the Delta smelt are important to indigenous populations, as well as important for the overall health of certain other endangered species in that area, like the Chinook salmon or killer whales. And that sounds good, but let's look at what the cost of protecting the Delta smelt actually is. In 2023, we dumped 195.5 billion gallons of water into the Pacific Ocean. That's water that could have been used for firefighting or watering farmlands. This is all happening while we're focusing on scarcity conservation-based policies, while we're dumping $200 million worth of water into the ocean to protect a relatively niche species. Now, that's how we've been wasting our water, but what about our forests?
And there's a case with the environment. They're not allowed to rake their forests because you're not allowed to touch it. When a tree falls down, after 18 months, it becomes very dry. It's like, like real firewood. It's bad. But when a tree is up, it sucks water. It's wet. I went to they had a couple of horrible forest fires in California, and I said, you get a lot of trees standing. Yes, they were healthy trees, sir. I said, with this intense heat, that you could see they were charred a little bit on the bottom, but they were going to be all right because they're soaking wet because they suck up the water, right? But when they fall, they're like, it's like lighting a match.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to clean. They call it maintain your forest. So I was with the head of Austria. He said, it's a shame. I see all those forest fires in California, and all they have to do is clean their forest, meaning rake it up, get rid of the leaves, get rid of, leaves that.
Nah, dude, Yickum, we know that Native Americans don't just eat fish. Your indigenous populations don't eat fish, man. Those motherfuckers eat McDonald's.
Sitting there for 5 years, and
we'll certainly get rid of the deadfall
and get rid of the trees that are falling.
I think that's the real issue.
Environmentally, they don't want to do that. They said, it's got to be nature and all this stuff.
Is there some truth to Trump's claim? It turns out yes. A 2024 study found that approximately 91.4 million dead trees were spread over 27.8 million hectares of land in California. Many people in the environmental lobby will argue that we need to preserve this deadwood actually because it contributes to the natural habitat that many endangered species rely upon. But here's an example of where trying to do good actually ends up doing bad. For approximately 10 years, there was an environmental lobby that opposed clearing deadwood in the Klamath National Forest because they were trying to protect the natural habitat of spotted owls and endangered species. This caused a multi-year legal battle that ironically resolved itself when the Klamath National Forest ended up actually burning down because of the deadwood that they were trying to use to protect the spotted owl population. These kinds of misguided attempts to protect the environment in California not only keep on ruining the environment, it's ruining human lives. And here's my personal frustration.
Yeah, you guys are getting it. Water is a human right, and some people own humans. But if you look at who owns the water, then you realize that they only believe that certain people are humans and the rest of the other people are slaves.
California has the best land and the worst government in the United States. We have incompetent politicians who constantly focus on things that sound good while actually doing bad. And they focus on first-order consequences while ignoring second-order consequences. They constantly focus on popular slogans like needing to protect our environment and climate change and protecting the fish and protecting the trees while ignoring the second-order impact on humans. And ironically, like in the case of the spotted owls, in their attempt to protect endangered species, not only are they harming humans, oftentimes they're not even protecting the endangered species. And to take this a step further, I think California's government represents a dysfunctional, far-left worldview that is consistently not producing results, is just producing heated conversations. We spend more money on homelessness every year, while the amount of homeless people just keeps on increasing every year.
Not to mention all the money that they're spending on immigration.
We have reasonable people who are afraid to speak up because we don't want to be labeled as climate change deniers just for questioning some of these dysfunctional environmental protection policies.
I mean, ultimately, it ain't about climate change, bro. It's about fucking mismanagement. They're going to try to lie to you and said, you've had all these time, oh, here we go. You had all this time. How long is it going to take you to fix it, Gavin Newsom?
We're in the public safety phase. I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, it's People are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide it.
Yeah, I'm sure every single person in that community is going to be real happy with the $600 that you send them in disaster relief or whatever. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Although, there you go. We've run out of water to fight the Palisades fire. Here's this shit fucking ton of water right here. There's the fire. But yeah, salt water does more harm than good. Does more harm than good. Wow, California wildfires being magnified and much worse by bad environmental laws, which aren't allowing massive amounts of ready available water to be properly utilized. It's being diverted into the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Yeah, God doesn't really need water. And if he wants to use it, I mean, he's going to take it up and he's going to fucking flood that shit again. What's this? Disgusting reaction to James Wood losing his house. Piper K. James Wood's house is burning down. It's karma calling. Hey, Piper, don't be saying that shit. That's mean. Oh, gosh. What's this? Can't make this up. Just going all Joe Biden. Oh, we already watched that. I already watched that again. The fuck? Playboy Mansion, Getty Mansion, Palisades fire, secret underground tunnels for smuggling people. Okay, cool. That wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, but that's cool that people are bringing that back up. Oh, is YouTube deleting your comments? That sucks. I don't ever try to delete comments, and if I fucking ban or block somebody, and I usually talk bad shit to them. I'll usually talk bad shit to them before I leave them. Holy shit, bro! Imagine how good that burger would taste, though. Imagine. Yes, I've seen the Getty Mansion conspiracies. I mean, they've been trying to get lots of people to evacuate and leave, but who knows, bro? This guy knows what's up, though.
Yes, I can hear you. So the family with the poor little girl who was.
There's a fire happening right now.
Say that again?
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the news, though. You're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We got the
unacceptable.
Unacceptable. You can't blame it on the gays. Dude, look at all these people just driving around LA like it ain't no shit.
Okay.
Dude's in the middle of LA with the mountain on fire right behind him. Look at all these people just driving around like they don't even give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah, you can't say goyim on here, bro, dude. You can't say that shit, son. You can't say that shit, son. You can't say that shit. Buildings burned to dust. Trees are untouched. We have seen this many times. Yes, we have, because that's how fucking trees work. That's how the trunk of a tree, it's a straw filled with water. Really, really hard to make something impacted with water. Light on fire. Dumb shits. But yeah. Yeah. Maybe not the space lasers after all. Maybe not the space lasers after all. Wildfire sprayed by Area 51.
All right, everyone, welcome back.
Aircraft?
This is going to blow your mind. Once again, we are looking at Area 51. As these fires are going on in Southern California, they are laying something over Area 51, It's then being shot by the NEXRAD radar system. You can see that clear as day right here. It is then expanding and being dropped right over Southern California. And then take a look at what happens to Area 51. This is totally insane. This is not normal, and this is not birds or bugs. I can promise you that. There is something very odd going on with the military or something that's taking place in Area 51 and then being dropped in the sky, which is then carried over by the jet stream or some sort of wind pattern into Southern California. I talked about this yesterday when we predicted these wildfires based on a northwest anomaly that we saw, again from the NEXRAD radar system, which then led to insane wildfires in Ventura County. Now we are seeing more and more of this being dumped over Area 51 and then flows into Southern California. What is going on here? And then look at how the NEXRAD towers go absolutely berserk. There is no chance that this isn't related, my friends. This is now 2 days in a row we have captured this happening over Area 51 and flowing down into Southern California, exactly where these wildfires.
Yo, bro, what the fuck are those laser beams coming out of the radar towers, dude? That's crazy, bro.
And I know a lot of people will give us a hard time for talking about this, but how can you not? This is not a coincidence whatsoever, and I'm going to continue digging into this to see exactly how long they continue this for. If you look,
yeah, it could almost just be like active radar or something like that. I don't know. But hey, Into Thin Air is, dude, he's a way better YouTube channel than me, dude. Like, all these people are like gods compared to me. They're like gods. What do you notice? The fuck? Yeah, I don't really get that one, actually. I don't understand that one, my friends. I don't get it. Overall, they say 5 people have died so far in the burning of California. That's cool. Seems alright. Seems nice. Seems good. Yeah, phased array. Yeah, son. Dude, could they be utilizing NEXRAD radar to make all this stuff happen, dude? Oh, yeah, only 5 people so far is what they say have died. 5 people. That's it. Supreme Court rejects Trump's hush money sentencing delay. Oh, cool. What really happened with the Pacific Palisades things? Oh, this is from the fact checkers, dude. Let's check this out. Water supply was too slow, not too low. Oh. They just didn't have enough water pressure, so it's fake news that they didn't have enough water. It's just they didn't have enough water pressure. And what does water pressure come from? Doesn't that come from having enough water? Okay. Cool. Cool. So, what else do we have for you guys today? Well, I hate to even bring it up. But might as well. Did you guys see there was some shit that got posted? Nah, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Should I bring it up? Do I bring it up? Do I really want that kind of hate on my life? Do I want all that hate on my life? I don't want that hate on my life. I don't want that hate on my life. All right, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, somebody sent this over to me. Actually, nobody sent this over to me. It popped up in my email today from WGRD.com. Want to win $21,347. Solve the Cicada Detroit puzzles. Posted by somebody named Tommy Carroll. Tommy Carroll. This is Tommy Carroll. He apparently grew up in Detroit, Michigan, in the town of Holly. Born and raised. Spent years in South Bend, Indiana. Came back to Michigan because he loves his family and snowboarding. And yeah, apparently works for a radio station. 97.9, The Rock. I mean, it seems like they got some pretty good shit. They got Stain playing, bro. They got some Metallica, fucking Alien Lifter, the Asprey. This is some good shit, actually. So yeah, it seems like this guy right here got paid to post this. Got paid to post this, but you know, there's a puzzle, bro. And it says, "Are you good at puzzles? Cicada Detroit puzzles. Now for you can solve for a chance to win $21,000. But is it related to the real Cicada 3301? Well, there is no PGP card or anything associated with it, but it seems like they actually want people to go through it or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this is real or not, but yeah, I just saw it come up, you know, and there's a lot of people, like, they said that they posted it on to Reddit, which is apparently for a couple of days on /ARG, there's been somebody running an ad for this, basically, where it basically asks you to sign up. You got to solve 42 different puzzles, both online and offline, in order to be awarded some money. And right now, there's really not a whole lot of it. There's obviously a bunch of people talking shit about it in here. But yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there. You know, just be like, I don't fucking have anything to fucking do with this. I repeat, I do not have anything, and I mean anything whatsoever in any shape or form to do with this. I did not make it. I don't know who made it. I don't know anything. All I can tell you is that from the initial glance, it definitely doesn't seem like it's a fucking Thomas Schoenberger type thing. But do I know? I don't. Okay? I haven't been keeping up on any of that shit. I just have a little email alert on my email that alerts me whenever Cicada 3301 type links post up, and that's how I even saw it. And it's been online for a couple of days, okay? There's other people online on Reddit that have seen it. I just wanted to reiterate that I don't have anything to do with this. I don't have anything to do with this. I like puzzles. I did not wink. There was no winking. There's no fucking winking. I do not have anything to do with this. I did not create this. I don't know who made it. I don't know nothing, man. I don't know nothing. Zero. Did not make this. Can't stress that shit enough. Fuck you. Fuck you in the chat. Fuck all of y'all, motherfuckers. Don't do this to me. I don't know anything about this. Okay? All I know is it just popped up. Okay? I don't fucking know anything about this. I can't reiterate it enough. Okay? Okay? So yeah, and when you go to the website, this is what the website looks like right here. It says first prize is $21,000, second prize is $11,000. And yeah, apparently 2 people are going to win all this, and all you got to do is sign up. There's a little thing for you to sign up. You just sign up, and then they let you in. And then I guess you got to solve their puzzles, which is a little bit weird. They do seem to have some rules, right? Although, yeah. It says, by participating in this contest, you agree to the following rules and terms. Here, yeah, we'll just have the robot read it, because it'll be more cool, I think.
Cicada Detroit is dedicated to fairness, integrity, and the principle of solving challenges through individual effort. Our game is designed as a single-player experience, and sharing answers online is not only against our code of conduct but diminishes the challenge for others and yourself. Players found sharing or using shared answers will be disqualified and ineligible for the prize. Rule changes and updates. The contest organizer reserves the right to change or update these rules at any time, without notice. Eligibility. The contest is open to legal residents of the United States who are 18 years or older. Employees, contractors, and immediate family members of the contest organizer are not eligible to participate. Prize. Prize winners will be solely responsible for any taxes related to the prize. Prize winners must supply all necessary tax information and will receive a Form 1099 which requires them to declare the amount of their winnings to IRS. Puzzles must be solved in their correct order and by the player to be eligible to win the prize. Prize winners must be able to demonstrate how they solved each puzzle by providing detailed explanations or proof of work to be eligible for the prize. Selection of winners. The first place prize of $21,347 will be awarded to the first person to complete all 42 puzzles successfully, assuming this person meets all eligibility requirements and has followed all contest rules/terms of service. The secondary prize, or second chance prize, of $11,239 will be divided equally among all players who complete all 42 puzzles successfully by December 31, 2025 at 11:59 p.m., assuming individuals meet all eligibility requirements and have followed all contest rules/terms of service. Puzzles. Puzzles may change at any time without notice. Some puzzles will contain multiple parts or multiple clues to solve. For many puzzles, the solution to the puzzle will be appended to the www.cicadadetroit.com URL. For example, if the puzzle was, "What is a baby cicada called?" the next puzzle would be found at https://www.cicadadetroit.com/nymph. Some puzzles are limited by geographic location and contain physical clues. The contest organizer makes no claims to maintain those physical clues in the instance of damage or vandalism. Purchases. No refunds and no returns. All sales are final. No purchase necessary. There is no purchase necessary to enter or win. One entry per person. Liability and release. By participating, contestants agree to release the contest organizer from any liability related to the contest. The contest organizer is not responsible for technical issues, lost user info, or any other problems that may arise during the contest. Publicity. Prize winners may be required to provide a photo and a brief statement for promotional purposes. The contest organizer reserves the right to use winners' names and likenesses in marketing materials. Disqualification. Contestants who are unable to solve rounds of the puzzle can be eliminated from the contest. Players found sharing or using shared answers will be disqualified and ineligible for the prize. If requested, failure to provide satisfactory proof of solving the puzzles may result in disqualification and ineligibility for the prize. Any violation of the contest rules may result in disqualification. The contest organizer reserves the right to disqualify any participant for any reason. Governing law. The contest is governed by the laws of the state of Michigan.
Yeah, it seems like ChatGPT that got put up there, but I don't know, this is a lot more work than I've ever seen Schoenberger and his ilk actually put together. And then I just noticed that there's like a bunch of links down here at the bottom. So there's actually a page here. Look at this, latest issue of Metro Times. Oh, they even got a leaderboard. So yeah, whoever's running this obviously lives in Michigan/Detroit. They seem to have multiple different accounts that they've put together where people are supposedly looking through all the puzzles and such. They even got a Facebook page. And whoever's running it is somebody named XIX. At least that's the name that we got from them, which is probably there. And then, yes, there is a YouTube channel that is subscribed with 7 people that are subscribed to it. But there has not been anything posted to it, which basically leads me to believe that there's probably some sort of private video on it of some kind. And then there's actually if you guys want to find out if it's real or not, I'll just follow it. And if I get blocked, well, then you fucking know who's running it. But yeah, according to the rules, I can't help you with any of this stuff, but I shouldn't be able to help you. So if you guys want to go into it, obviously be smart, use a burner email to sign up for the website, use a password that isn't associated with you, and then go through the puzzles, I guess, if you want to. seems kind of legit, but, like, honestly, it could be a lot of things. Like, did Thomas have people in Detroit? Could it be one of his people that's making it? Maybe. Could it be MSU, the college that's out there that where Professor Laura Dilley works, that put out the puzzle, and they're doing it as like a system to try to figure out if some of these people that claim to be cicadas and solvers can actually do it, and to see how they're going to react to it. Maybe, but as far as I know, it's from Detroit, Michigan. The closest person that we know that lives there is Professor Laura Dilley, and this obviously feels like a really college-y thing to do. So I would probably look there if I wanted to look at the creators of it, but I'm not saying that that's who did it. That's just a guess, educated or otherwise. Although, I can't remember off the top of my head of Thomas actually having people there. I'm guessing that he probably could, but, as far as I've seen, there hasn't been a PGP key, so obviously that means that it is not official Cicada 3301 or whatever, but I don't see the harm in it if you guys are into puzzles or whatever, and if you remember any of the shit that I taught you, well, then you should probably be able to get pretty far in this. And then I am going to try to do that. But that's the thing. It feels like it's Thomas Gang again. Yeah. It's the college or it's the cult. It's really hard for it to be anybody else in there. So, I think that's all we really have to say on it. So that's pretty much all I have for today. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for checking this out. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We'll definitely see you tomorrow as long as my back is feeling better. Or, well, feels the same way as it does right now, where I can actually, talk to you. But overall, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for joining us for the best worst show on the internet, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye now. Oh, wait, wrong button. Bye-bye now. Have a nice day. I'll see you later. Hope you have a good one. All right, Lunchy. Where'd you go, baby girl? Show's over. Oh, let's see. You're all wrapped up. Bye, everybody.